Welcome everybody to Merimbula Sea Change Expo. Here today with our host, Joe Thorpe.
I get a special thing. I'm host. Oh, wow.
My name's Nigel Ayling. I'm the president of the Merimbula Chamber of Commerce, and today we're going to be bringing you live discussions with people and exhibitors from Merimbula Sea Change Expo. Apologies for a little bit of a delay. We had a little bit of problem with some technology, but this will be now live feed going right through till 2 p.m.
So the plan for what Nigel and I are going to be doing today, my name's Jo Thorpe. I'm a principal of one of the real estate agencies, Fisk and Nagel Real Estate, across the Bega Valley. We have an exhibition here, but I got sucked in by my pal Nigel to talk to people because I'm a good talker. So what we'll do throughout the day, we've got a range of exhibitors in-house, and I'll be interviewing different businesses all throughout the day. So we've got real estate, we've got aged care, we've got education, we've got employment services, plus a lot of other information, builders, conveyancers. So any question that you've got about potentially making that sea change, we're going to hopefully be able to help you with today. So stick around, it's going to be grand fun, right? You'll see our heads all day, but great that you could actually hook in from wherever you happen to be. So, Nigel, this was your grand, crazy idea. Where did you get that one from?
I guess, I'm a sea changer myself. I moved from Sydney 17 years ago to Merimbula. We've been holidaying here for probably another 10 years before that. And we're keen snow skiers. And Merimbula gives you the best of both worlds because we've got, the sea, the beautiful ocean and all the natural features down here, but we're a 2-hour drive to the mountains as well. So.
Yeah, Nigel and I might talk a lot about that.
Yep.
I've got a husband who's abandoned me and is in the States skiing at the moment, or snowboarding. But anyway, we can talk about that more. What was it, a pull factor to get you to Merimbula, or was it a push factor for you out of Sydney?
For me, it was a pull factor. We had young family, living in western suburbs of Sydney. It's 40 degrees in the summer, hour and a half drive to the beach. None of that, was particularly enticing. Coming down here for holidays was always great. Everything was simple and easy to get to, which we loved. So I was pretty keen. It took my wife about 14 years to convince her, or it took me 14 years to convince her. And even when we did come, we bought some land before we came. We moved down here and rented a place for a while before we sold. So it was a slow process to get here. But
and for Ruth, your wife, why did it take that long for you to bash her over the head constantly?
Well, she had family. She was an only child living in Sydney, so moving away from her family is one thing. But there's always those questions about, what is there going to be for the kids to do? What are we going to do for work? What are we going to do for housing? All that sort of stuff. So, the idea of the Sea Change Expo is really just to answer those questions for people, so that people can come in, have a talk to locals, find out what it was like. The one thing which we still remember to this day, she said she wanted to have a cup of coffee with a local and talk to somebody about the schools. And we pulled up out the front, the place we were building a house in Tura Beach, that area, or we bought the land. She pulled up out the front, and there was somebody there from down the street, just so happened to be one of the teachers at the local school.
Right. Yep.
So she had a chat with her, and that was the catalyst. It was like, okay, well, I've spoken to somebody local, I know what it's like, I'm more comfortable to make the decision now. So there's a lot of locals here to talk to.
And actually, let's give a plug for the really big program that's on tomorrow as well. We'll hopefully be live streaming some of it, but there's a program of community events. We're not just about business in the Bega Valley, we're also about doing some amazing stuff. So on top of being a real estate agent, I'm an avid bushwalker, so I'm taking some people on a bushwalk, but the amazing Ruth Ayling, Nigel's wife, will be hosting a Meet the Local morning tea as well. So you talked about some of those really key questions. It's not unusual for people to take a long time to make a sea change. Would that be your take?
I think so. I mean, some people have made it quicker, and especially during COVID, I think that accelerated things, people wanting to get out of the city, and they found all of a sudden they could work remotely, so people did move a lot quicker, I think. But, you know, there's a lot of questions to be answered, I guess, that's the thing, so hopefully we can answer those questions for them today.
In terms of how easy it is to do it now, I also made the sea change about 22 years ago, I think. Now, back in those days, there was... Do you remember dial-up internet?
Dial-up, yeah.
Can you make the sound?
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay,
Something like
multi-going. Anyway, so it was still dial-up internet, and I couldn't get it in my home office, so I had a antenna that I had to go outside, stick on the end, the outside of my window to almost get internet.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and to commute to and from Sydney once a week, it was a very long, lengthy, expensive progress. Now it's not though, because if you do see change and work remotely, how easy is it to get to everywhere else if you need to actually show up in the office sometime or see clients?
Well, pre-COVID, there was flights daily to Sydney and Merimbula. So that's changed a little bit recently, but there's also, you know, you're less than 3 hours drive to Canberra as well. So we're seeing a lot more visitors come from Canberra, and we've also seen some sea changes coming from Canberra. Anyway, enough talking to me.
Oh goodness, I can talk all day.
Well, we will, but I'm going to get out of the hot seat, and we've got some local dignitaries here. We've got Christy McBain, who's the local federal member, and we've also got Russell Fitzpatrick, who's the mayor of the Bega Valley Shire. So.